We have a little bit of a blank background. I'm letting my plants get some sunlight. But listen, we have no makeup on, but I just felt like vibing out. I was gonna play The Sims anyway, and I was like, let me just record. Let's finish our French Victorian vampire home and get this shit over with. I'm in my pajamas, no makeup, I look a mess, but it's back to that thing of like, some of you bitches will never be successful because you're too afraid to look ugly, which is why Lily Rose Depp ate down in that bad Dracula movie. Speaking of Dracula, I guess we're working on our French Victorian vampire home. We're gonna do the green room and work on the hallways, and we're just gonna vibe out, and I'm not gonna try to be entertaining or funny. We're just vibing. Okay, just to recap, we did the red room last time. I actually really like this, looking at this again, kind of snapped on that. Red room, ensuite bathroom, and then we did this blue room with this fierce like shelving unit. So now we're gonna move on to the green room, which is up top here. This door is not the same. Let me turn the music off. Okay, so it's like a little attic room. So we might not be able to do, all that much with it because of the sizing. And I like that it's like in the turret, so like I think we should keep the brick walls. And I kind of like the idea of keeping the wooden floor because again, it's like the attic area, it might not be carpeted. And then we have the high school years sneak out window so that they can come out here, so we can do something cute up here. But yeah, obviously we're gonna have to do a single bed. That one's a nice deep green that I feel like matches some of the other greens we've been using. Or like this one, I like a little pattern moment. Okay, this feels very like French Victorian. I just don't like the wood color or that specific shade of green. You can also hear my laundry drying in the background, so do we want to do maybe a neutral bed and put green everywhere else? Okay, this is green-ish. Like there's a green tone to those. Maybe we can do something with that. And I know we used the werewolf rug downstairs and in that last cottage build that we did, but like these tones are so perfect. I mean, this matches really well together. Maybe we go back to this. It's a little too big though, unfortunately. What if we did maybe the bed this way? I don't know if Sims can get around that. What if we like push it into the wall and pretend like there's just no headboard? I think a Sim can get through there, right? Like a quarter of a tile. I don't know if they'd be able to use the bed though. I kind of don't like the greens being that similar. Okay, let's go back to this like greenish idea. There's also this one, but like this is what we used in that cottage build that we did recently, so I don't want to do that again. What else have we got? There's this green. I love an ugly green. Or that one, of course. But it's just like the greens, we've been using more of like the deeper foresty greens. So let's try to commit to something deeper. I unfortunately love the werewolf rug. This maybe fills out the space a little better though. I do wish it was a pattern. Okay, there's this kind of like deep green. Wonder if I can size it down enough. Okay, maybe we do something like that. I do like a clashing pattern. That's a little interesting. Okay, hold on, we're like low-key cooking. Let's get some nightstands, or a nightstand, because it's just a single bed. And I think maybe instead of doing green, we just do like a wood tone. I think we have to use this one because it's like low lying enough, whereas some of the other ones kind of aren't. And I think it'd be fierce. What should we put in here? We could put in that My First Pet stuff. The My First Pet stuff has like a bay window seat. So we could do that. If we can find a swatch that's not camp. Okay, unfortunately the green swatches aren't working, but this swatch is greenish, and this version of this bed was greenish. Like, are we doing something here, potentially? It can just be the greenish room. Wait, I'm kind of liking that. Let's find, and then I think if we go back to that one, like, lighter ugly green rug, it'll, like, kind of tie in the colors together. Like, that's kind of doing something. It's not, like, green, but I think we can make this work. Or we could just carpet it and cop out and make it a little easier on ourselves. Or we could have this funky wood floor. It looks dirty though, because it's like we could use the like base game green carpet. That's the thing though, it needs to be like greenish. That's like too neutral. I honestly think that this rug ties in like the greenishness here and the greenishness there. Wait, I kind of like that. Maybe we do end up putting something on the wall then. So we do have this. Oh, there's tile at the bottom. I was like, it does have kind of the trim that's all throughout the rest of the home. But I think because this is like the attic-ish area or like converted, maybe it's not so bad that we don't have like the same trims as the rest of the home. Because it's like, maybe this looks like they just put plaster up over the brick. And I think we should figure something out about, is there another position I could put the bed actually? Like if I move this door, like the feng shui of this is horrid, but the other option is to like put the bed here, and then we can't really have a nightstand or any like actual visual interest to the room. Okay, hold on. Let's get this. We're gonna get this ugly-ish green, and we're just gonna pretend like maybe they like plastered up the walls. I think if we shove the bed into the wall, we should try to make a headboard or something. Here, this kind of looks like they attached it to the brick. I mean, this is what we're using downstairs. So like reusing the materials. I think I like the one where it looks like it's been attached to the brick. And we'll just have to move this and pray that they can still get in there. Did you pray today? That's kind of a tight squeeze now. I don't like that. Okay, hold on. It's kind of funky and weird. I don't think I like the painted with this like headboard wall. So maybe we make the accent wall here. What's clipping right here? Maybe we do that. And I don't know if this would prevent them from being able to use this sofa, but we could do what we did in the blue room and kind of make an architectural detail. Not that it would need it. Oh, I guess, because I was thinking putting it right here, but maybe we can put it here. Me just recycling ideas at this point. There, maybe we do something like that. My Samsung dryer agrees, because then this is kind of like framed off cutely, this little back section, and then we can make this brick again. And then this is the little feature wall. Wait, should we put another column here? I kind of hate when Simmers do this, where it's like if the wallpaper changes, they have to use a column. I think if I put a column here, then I want the other I want it to be a spandrel again. So maybe I do that, and then we move the sneak out window, because then it gives the bed a little bit of privacy. Wait, we kind of killed this. It'd probably be annoying to play with, but I never play with the walls down, so it might be annoying for some of you to play with, but not me. Not me, bitch. Okay, I like this greenish room. We need to like greenify a little bit better, I think. This feels kind of random. So what if we did there and then that's like framed off? Or the food bank, it's this wall. That's kind of what I was saying of like none of the walls really make sense to paint like in the turret. Okay, I like that. Maybe we try a deeper green or something. We just need to be able to like merge the off green, the greenish color into whatever wall we choose. Maybe this deeper one. No, I think it has to be the ugly green. I love that color. This is my room. Okay, wait. What are we missing? We need like a dresser of sorts. Or we could build like a little closet into here, like the fake closet, but then you have 2 doors on that wall and I don't like that. I mean, I think we need one that feels a little more on theme. This is green. This is hardly the green room at this point. Like, I'm just gonna find a wood tone that matches the rest of the furniture. You know what we should do? Contour your Adam's apple. We need to paint that. We'll just make a little alcove right here and put the dresser, the wardrobe, into this little alcove. I was trying to match the wood tones to the bed frame, but maybe we lean into the deeper. Let's go back to the green bed. Oh, I don't know what to do. I like want this to work. Hold on, is there another like option that we could put like a seat here? That's kind of nice. The wood tones work, and there's like the red pillow. And we're kind of like referencing other aspects of the build. And then we can go back to the werewolf rug, because it has like the red in it. Yeah. Well, the greens don't really match. These match, that doesn't. I hate this. There's this ugly ass mid-century base game bed that matches that green. Okay, found these 2 chairs instead. We switched the bed back to this. This chair kind of matches well, so maybe there's just like a chair and then a side table versus having that bench seat, trying to force that bench seat to work. Maybe we do platform this little section. It'd be like a cool, like the cartoon Arnold. I don't know, he had like an interesting little room. Maybe we do that and then we can carpet that and bring some green into the room. I'm liking this. Okay, maybe we use this little side table. You have a dresser. What else? You can't really do anything else, huh? It's not a good use of the space. What if we put this like on the edge? I want it to like be, yes, kind of like sectioning that off, and then they can still step up there. Then we move the chair to this side, and then we'll get this person like a hobby or something. Yeah, this person can like play guitar or something. And then like with some more like clutter and stuff up here, I think it could be a vibe. We could put a shelf right here, I think. And then we could also like clutter on top of this. I kind of like that. Okay, I'm kind of vibing with that. Maybe this one doesn't need to be green. Bring like a little more depth and contrast to the room. I kind of like the blue. Maybe we get rid of the column. Since it's like raised up now, we don't need the column, but we'll keep the spandrel. No, we need the column. I just don't like how it's cutting in there, but I like the idea of having this there. I wonder if there's like a low profile kind of like shelf-like bookcase that we can put here. Okay, I think we're gonna do this. No, it juts out too much. Okay, we're moving on. I think with like a little more clutter, that will work. Okay, I did some rearranging and some cluttering, and it's hard to see, but look, here's our green room. I think it looks cute. I don't know how to use the camera very well. But we have our nice little tapestry, our nice little wardrobe, just a cute little plant, keeping it mostly brick. You can't see the spandrels, but the little lanterns are hanging from the spandrels. Our little attic bedroom. Just a simple little like sleeping area, pushing the bed into the wall, putting this tapestry up. I think the colors balance really well, and we're outside. Balance really well, and I like using that little shelf as like a nice little divider. You kind of come over here, you step up into this little like hobby, like reading nook. And yes, I and I painted the ceiling. Yeah, I think this came out pretty cute for what it was. Just a cute little small room. I did not do the outside, I got lazy, and I probably won't. I think I'm overbuilding in this home. But yeah, overall, I think I'm pretty proud of this. I think it's really cute. Cute little use of like a nice little attic space, a nice little attic bedroom. Yes! Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. I think that it came out really well given the circumstances of it being kind of a small room, and we're running out of just the motivation to work on this house specific. But I think it came out really well, and listen, early in the morning in my pajamas looking ugly online, and that's just what it is. My eye is swollen for some reason. I'm not sure what I want to build next. I kind of want to get back into building cute little like brutalist homes that we were working on like on stream, but maybe as like videos. I want to do maybe like a smaller build and try to do something like cute and small and like get it all done in one, but we'll see. And I also think I've been trying to play, for anyone who cares, I've been trying to play Discover University off stream for a little bit to try to join the secret society, and I still don't know how to do it. And honestly, I think once you join the secret society, all you do is like more tasks similar to the other college groups. So we experienced the secret society, so I think we'll move on to another pack, and I think we'll do Get Famous next. And I was gonna play as Madison Beer, but I feel like we've been playing her a lot, so I'm gonna play as someone else. So another build video might be next, I don't know, but definitely Get Famous will be the next thing that we play through. So anyway, bye. We struggled a little bit and we look a mess, but I think that room came out cute, and we're not touring the whole home. We're not touring the whole home, we're not finishing the exterior. Moving on.